A heart without a soul cannot beat. A heart that cannot beat turns to ice. The ice hides what once was, until the soul comes calling again to awaken what lies beneath the frost.
Had the long-awaited return of one Jacob Perez. Of course, immediately upon finding him, he attempted to murder us. He will dispute this fact.
I did not attempt to murder you. I deliberately made attempts to...
Oh, that's right. We beat the shit out of him.
Yes, you did beat the shit out of me.
I do that I said he will attempt to dispute this,
and then
Jacob interjected.
I will remind you that I had multiple opportunities to kill you specifically, and I did not take those opportunities.
Okay, I will rephrase for Emma. Thub attacked the party.
Yes.
Thub used violence against the party.
I was going to explain further but whatever, we'll let it go. It's fine.
I just needed him to be quiet so that you could continue. It's okay.
Anyway, after entrapping his buddy Bill, who, wanted to take us all to Nilbud and, turn us in for bounties because we all have horrible bounties on our head because Elizabeth Cloudvale is a massive bitch.
We were gonna break you out.
This was his argument, which he never told any of us, which, You
didn't really give me much of a chance to!
I'm not relitigating this. Anyway, we made...
This is on tape!
Yes, it's on tape as you being wrong!
How is it me being wrong?
Because you had ample opportunity to explain it before attacking the party!
No, because everybody's fucking yelling at me!
Emma, continue.
Anyway, we negotiated a contract where he and Bill can come with us, but they sleep in a separate tent. Cranberry watches them and will kill them if they get out of line. We're going to Yogwall. Also, Wyatt had an intercession with his deity and is supposed to stop drinking.
Yes. Unfortunately, Yono is stuck in traffic right now, so likely will not be joining us this evening. Right, so let's resume there, having, made this agreement with Bill and Thub. Now, how much of... Why don't you, I don't know, I guess catch up in character as you're continuing your journey towards Yogwell, because right now, Thub has no idea what's going on. And neither does Jacob, for that matter, but frankly...
But that was
yes, that too.
I'm trying to avoid being mean. What have you been doing?
To be fair, we never explained it, so it's fine. So yes, continue.
Yeah. So, Thub, before attempting to sell us out for bail money, even if you planned to break us out, what were you doing, pal?
I was stuck in the prison somewhere, and then I did the thing, and then I did some other stuff. And then I walked
I
out on the
see.
Stuck in a
tundra for a
prison?
couple of days. It sucked. I ate the scalp. It was gross.
Oh, okay. Bastion, can you believe that? He got trapped in the tundra. Oh, can't even imagine what that must have been like. Do you want to know what we were up to while you were off and away, Thope?
Why are you being so aggressive about this? I have no idea what you've been through.
Well,
You
To
also
start-
asked me what
Let
I
him
went
tell you.
through. I was just answering your question.
I've been forsaken by, the only remaining family that I know, which is a little bit painful, to be perfectly honest.
Wait, you cut off for a second. You were forsaken by who?
The only family that I know, the other Nantan, I'm a fugitive from them now. What else? The Sabertooths, they're also, pretty pissed at us. And also the Cloud Veils,
They're pissed at you.
want us
I've never
dead.
met the Sabertooths.
Let's also
Really?
also just, player to player, I want to just specify the Sabertooths never said they were mad at you. They just retreated.
I'm assuming they're
dying.
mad at me.
Fair enough. Just making that clear player to player.
Oh, and, I think Wyatt's been, having some goddess trouble.
You say this as Wyatt is currently holding his temples and just whispering to himself, "It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay,
Are you sure he's okay?
it's okay,
No.
it's okay, it's okay, it's okay."
Either way, we're going to Yogwal because, frankly, what else is there to do at this point? We're out of leads. We've
We're going
angered.
back to the source.
Aye. Well, we do have one other possible option. If we want to destroy the Soul of Frost, so to speak, but that'd be less than ideal.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Now, Jacob, do you remember what Yogwal is?
Yeah, it's that giant city. It's
Elaborate.
Bossing Say.
Nope.
Elaborate.
Nope.
What else
Is
about
it
it?
Nope.
Is it not the big city
Bossing
with the wall?
Nope. Nope.
The wall is not named Yog.
Yogwal is where you were all taken by the frost zombies and started the campaign.
Right.
Where you found the Soul of Frost.
That's right. That's right. Listen, in fairness, it has been like 5 months.
You say that as if you would... Okay, moving on.
Anyway. Yeah, you know. We all had a super fun time. No one's traumatized. It's fine.
I, for one, believe there's definitely some trauma going around, judging by specifically that description of events.
Yeah, I kind of agree with him. Like,
Oh, and this you remember her, but this is Dawn Collar. She's my girlfriend now.
oh,
Yes, hello. I'm going to kill you one of these days.
yeah, I get it.
Good. Well, that'll make it
Seems
easier.
to really not get it, but okay.
Anyways... Bastion, do you have any songs to regale us with as we travel? It'll make this go by a lot easier.
Oi, sing us some songs. I love your songs, Bastion.
Oh, you don't know. If he's within like 70 meters of me, everything's out of tune.
That's fine, you still sound great out of tune.
I'll harmonize with you.
There we go, that's a
Sure.
great idea, Bastion. Give us a tune, give us a sing.
I am not singing.
Oh, Bastion Parker,
No,
please.
that's not in character. That's out of... I am telling you, I will not be impromptu singing. Whether I've written it or not, it's not happening at this moment.
Oh, I know a song. Hi-diddy-di-diddy-dum, hi-diddy-di-diddy. Let's kill a fucking Cloudville and toss 'em in the sea.
Honestly, that might be a new favourite of mine. Bastion, let's spin that into a full-blown tune.
Aye, let's do it.
So, why don't you roll a performance check, Bastion, aided by Thicket? So Thicket, also roll performance, please.
All right. I'm actually decent at that. Oh my god. 28.
Golly.
Oh.
Oh my god.
And a nat 20.
Well, damn. Yeah,
I let
you
you
know
know
what?
that now.
You managed to spin together such an excellent song here that you realize by the time the sun is setting, you think you've probably traveled more than you would have expected.
Nice.
Yeah, you probably cut off like half a day's worth of travel. So
Isn't that swell?
you should, in theory, be at Yagwal by tomorrow.
Well,
So, as you make
that will be
camp-
fast.
As you make camp, is there anything any of you wish to say, do, talk about?
You know, Bastion,
No,
I think
don't.
every day I got a little bit closer to killing Thub.
I understand.
That's just uncalled for, man.
No, I frankly, I agree
No,
with
it's not.
Bastion. That's incredibly called for.
Well, of course you would say that.
Yes, I would.
Wyatt breaks out of his stupor to go, "It is called for, god damn it!"
we hold up the sock puppet named Yono.
Bill turns to you, Thub. To be entirely fair, I don't blame them either.
Oh, I didn't say I blamed them.
Well, saying it's uncalled for implies blame.
No, it's just uncalled for to bring it up every 5 minutes.
Maybe if it
Either
happened
way.
more than a day ago.
I'm gonna shut me eyes and drift off to sleep. Night night.
Excellent. So, you all drift off to sleep. Bill and Thub in their own tent, being watched by Cranberry throughout the entire night. Now, Thub, as you
Cameron.
go to close your eyes, you lay back on your pillow, you breathe in, you breathe out, your eyes shut, you feel yourself drifting into sleep. When suddenly, wind whips across your face, dragging sand through your scales.
Dragging sand
Yes.
into my tent? I'm sorry, you cut on that last part there.
Across your face.
Oh, across my face, yes.
There's
Okay.
currently sand being dragged across your face
Okay.
by the wind.
By the wind?
Mhm.
Why would the wind be doing this?
I don't know. What do you do in response to this occurring?
Well, I guess I shut the tent, right?
Okay, so you open your eyes first and foremost and realize that you're not in your tent.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean? Oh, okay.
I don't know. Like if I was like about to fall asleep and I was in a tent and I feel like wind hitting my face, I would try to like just close the tent. Like I reach for it, like how like people do that.
Okay, fine. You reach for the tent flaps and realize there is nothing there as your hand hits sand.
Yeah, and then I open my eyes because I'm like, well, why am I feeling sand? That's pretty odd.
Okay. You open your eyes. You are not in your
fucking guy.
tent. And I'm about to murder you in real life. Good lord.
In total fairness, that is probably how I would behave in that environment, in that situation. Anyways, continue.
You recognize this sky. It was shown to you in a previous vision of sorts as you hear woof, woof, bang in the air above
Jesus.
you, and you see the massive forms of the draconic deities colliding as you realize you are once again on the surface of Epistas with Silkamek, the giant crystal that is your most could I say that Silkamek is your most despised being right now? Would that be fair?
Okay, you know what? It's a close second to Gentil Lamatimo.
Speaking of Gentil Lamatimo,
I knew it.
Oh god.
I
I shouldn't have fucking... I had a feeling! I had a goddamn feeling!
you are running out of time, my friend. Running out of time.
I hear Gentil's voice and my eyes like fucking go from the half awake, half asleep, kind of like squinty eyed thing, and they just pop open in sheer fucking rage.
You do not see Gentil anywhere, and his voice is coming from everywhere. You are running out of time to stop the awakening and go through with our deal.
I'm working on it.
Well, from my perspective, it seems that so far you have made one attempt and you have failed.
Well, it was an attempt.
Make it a deception check, as I believe. Well, actually, diplomacy
Oh,
or
that's not a deception check. That was a legitimate attempt.
We'll say, okay. Diplomacy then.
Thank you. 24.
24. It was quite a terrible attempt then, as it would not have really done the trick now, would it?
Well, it wasn't exactly well planned.
Then what is your next plan, my friend?
I'm working on that as well.
Really? Well, you are, as I said, about to be out
Yes,
of
running
time.
out of time. All right.
Yes.
I wasn't even aware. Was there a time limit on this?
There is now, as the plans of your friends have changed.
To which I do not know.
Yes, you do, as you are now involved in these plans.
They are on their way to an awakening. And they will be the cause. Siket will be the cause. So, you must proceed. You must choose. If you want any chance at getting your vengeance. Just something to think about.
Yup.
You are...
Don't forget he has an accent.
You are on borrowed time.
Wonderful.
As you say that, you realize that you are standing straight, bolt upright in your tent, face to face with Cranberry. Or, well, more accurately, you're face to pectorals with Cranberry because he's taller than you. But Cranberry is currently staring down at you.
Is he like sizing me up, or is he just like kind of standing there and I happen to have like stood up in front of his chest and he's just not moving?
Well, he's a little closer to you than he probably would be if you had just stood up in front of him. And that's when you realize you're not standing. You are still lying prone in your bedroll. And Cranberry is currently hovering over you. Like an inch away from your face. You can feel this blazing heat radiating off of him, combined with this freezing cold.
If this is influenced by an event from camp that I think it's influenced by...
It is not, actually. I had forgotten all about the chocolate incident of 2016. So anyways, what does stuff do upon
the first
opening their eyes to this sight?
Okay, I have a question. Is this making me more or less comfortable temperature-wise?
It's definitely incredibly warm and also incredibly cold. So it's kind of like laying down directly next to a roaring fire while there is cold wind blowing through the windows.
Could you just go over there, please?
Cranberry does not move.
Pretty please?
Make a diplomacy check.
It's a 19.
19. Cranberry does not budge.
Okay, I'm gonna make an attempt to go to sleep.
Okay. And you know what? It takes some time, but you do manage to go to sleep eventually.
Okay, good. If that didn't work, I was gonna attempt to snuggle him to make him uncomfortable and go away.
No, you do not end up having to spoon Cranberry. You all wake up in the morning fully rested. Though, Thub, you definitely feel like if you could be sunburned, you probably would be right now. And Cranberry is in the exact same position when you wake up again, by the way. Cranberry has not moved a centimeter all night, it seems.
Do you sleep? Okay, do that twice for yes and once for no. Okay, no, it
Can
is.
Bastion hear this?
I would say at this point you can hear it, and I should also note, Thub, Cranberry currently has all 4 of his arms placed around you so that you cannot get up.
Oh!
He doesn't sleep. That's why he's guarding you. It was part of the deal.
Bastion says from the other tent.
I know it was part of the deal, I'm just curious.
Bill wakes up at this point. I will not lie, this is quite disturbing. Sexy? I do not know.
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it. It is a people with genitals thing, yes. We will leave it there. And Bill gets up and leaves the tent. You are now alone with Cranberry.
People with genitals are weird. Am I right or am I right?
Cranberry
I asked.
Cranberry somehow gets closer. I need to speak to you in the whisper zone.
In the whisper
Oh.
zone?
Oh.
Cranberry somehow gets closer to you, Thub.
Uh-huh.
I know your goals.
So,
When he said I need you to go into the whisper zone, it felt like I was in trouble, like the teacher was pulling me to the side of the classroom.
You had to go to a detention.
Yeah, I was like, am I in fucking trouble right now? I'm not on reels, I swear.
so
Yeah, I'm sorry. You have to spend recess inside.
So, at this point, the rest of you, I would assume, leave your tent. And note that Thub and Cranberry are still nowhere to be seen.
Are they still in the tent?
That is where I last left them, yes.
I'm going to open the tent.
You open the tent and you see Cranberry. Cranberry's face centimeters away from Thub's. Thub is currently pinned down.
Okay, you can let them up now.
Cranberry turns to you and leaves the tent.
Well, that was an experience, I say as I get up.
Is there anything any of you wish to say or do as you prepare for your day?
I don't think so. I'm pretty content.
Yeah, I'm good to just get going.
Okay.
I'm
So,
ready to schmoove.
you all pack up camp. Your climate-controlled tent is nice as ever, so you're perfectly well rested. So everyone's hit points and spells should all be reset.
Fantastic.
And as you continue trudging through the tundra, a light snow begins to fall down, probably around like noonish. And it's still quite cold as always, but not as cold as you've experienced in the past. So slight bonus there, I guess.
Yeah.
Now, as you continue on, you come across a structure, probably around a little after 1. Somewhat familiar.
Oh.
It looks quite
Oh.
similar to the guard post that you encountered while
Where
you
those
were
bodies
going.
were burning.
Right, but that was to the east of Yogwal. You're currently coming to Yogwal from the west.
Oh.
So this is a
Interesting.
completely different guard post, you would believe.
I would like to check it for burning bodies or past burned bodies.
You all enter in, and yeah, there definitely are some remnants, at least that there were at one point bodies.
Interesting language.
There currently are no bodies to be seen. There are scorch marks, there is ash, and there is long dried blood. You see no corpses of any variety. You see no scattered weapons, no broken armor. You see the signs of a battle, but nothing of the combatants.
Interesting.
Not super promising, but okay. Is there anything else in the guard station, or is it just...
As you wander around a little bit, you go inside, and there's a table with some playing cards and like 13 silver pieces on the table.
Bill,
I'm gonna...
I turn to Bill and I see, Bill, do you see that?
I'm going to sweep the silver pieces off of the table and hand it to Thicket. Use it to start paying down your debt.
Oh, what it?
Well, that is some bullshit. We found that fair and square. I think we get a part of the profits, yes?
I get 1 silver and I put it in his hand.
Oh, excellent. Have you see this? You can have a real meal.
No rats tonight, eh?
The good stuff.
I'm going to create a new pocket in my bag that is just money for paying off Thicket's debt, assuming
the
we
Thicket
survive.
debt. Ouch.
The Thicket Fund.
So.
The Thicket Foundation.
Oh, yes,
Thicket
right.
Foundation.
Jacob, I forgot you were not here for this part.
I was not.
Thicket is, he took out, a bit of a loan and, does not know what the interest rate of this loan is.
Why did he take
And
out
it was
a loan?
a big loan.
It's a
They
very
let me
large
do it.
loan.
Why did he take out? When did he
how
take
much
out
was
a
that
loan?
loan again, Colby? How
Let me
much?
check the item.
Is this
That
like a backstory
is-
thing, or is this like
No.
No,
during
this is
a-
something that happened like a few sessions ago.
900 gold pieces.
Yes.
Good lord!
And I think you gave like 3 silver as your down payment.
Does
Yup.
does Thub learn how much he is in debt by?
That's a great question. Would Thub be told?
Unless Bastion wants to explain it, Thicket does not think it's an issue.
He's got a payment plan for a stupid trinket. So this is going in a pile.
How much gold was this for? How much was this for?
900.
900? I turn to Bill and I go, we could have overthrown a country with that much money.
I know. And you threw it. You threw it all away.
What did you spend it on?
I gesture to Thicket.
Oh, I've got this little copper wire here.
Thub starts sobbing.
Bill also
Thub
starts sobbing.
Thub starts like audibly fucking sobbing.
Bill and Thub are currently holding each other inconsolably.
We are shattered.
So you find those silver pieces, and not really much else. There's a couple of pretty standard swords and spears lying around, but that's about everything of note.
Damn, that's pretty crazy.
Well,
Oh,
to
no.
Yogwall we go, I suppose.
To Yogwall.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, no, you go.
I was just gonna say. So, what does this tower look like exactly? Like, is this something that Thicket would recognize?
It's not even a tower. It is basically 4 walls, one of which has a gate in it, and there's like ladders going up to the top of the wall with little seats built into the top. So like there aren't even proper places to patrol the top of the wall. There are literally ladders with chairs on the top that you would assume climb up and take watch from.
I see.
And there's a small little building which you're currently in, which, you know, is just shelter from the elements, some sleeping bags. So no, Thicket, you would not recognize this structure other than, you know, having encountered a nearly identical one near the beginning of your journey together.
Okay, gotcha. All right, that was all.
All right. So you continue on to Yagwal. And pretty soon after you encounter this guard tower and go through and do your looting, you begin to see the outskirts of the town. At least that's what you believe it is. There's a few just completely collapsed houses, like completely buried in snow that you encounter.
Ooh.
And as you continue onwards for the next few hours, as the sun begins to go down, you start to see the shapes of more buildings. As the glacier looms overhead in the distance to the north, you see what you believe to be the top of a familiar building ahead of you. The temple to Falgrim that you were captured and taken to, where this all began. It's still standing.
Suppose we should check that for living captives. Thoughts?
I probably.
Do you think we
Just,
need this? Says Bill, holding up a rolled piece of parchment.
What is it?
Absolutely.
What is that exactly?
It is a map of some place called Yagwal.
Yeah, I
And-
think that might be helpful, thank you.
How exactly did you happen upon that?
Well, I found it back at that guard post.
I see.
You did not want to give me much money, so I took what I thought was valuable. Anyways,
Aye.
What you see before you now is a map of Yagwal. There are a few buildings of note,
Mm-hmm.
which I unfortunately seem to have forgotten to make visible specifically to you. But the buildings that have been noted, or the areas that are noted on this map, are the mines, which are pretty close to where you are now. The mines are over here in the southwest. To the east of there is someplace marked the Yagwal Historical Society. To the north of
Sounds like
that
somewhere we need to go.
is the Temple to Falgrim. Marked next to that is the town square, in which there's a smaller note that reads The Well. And then to the east of all that is some place labeled Yagwal Library. And then to the northeast of that is someplace labeled Town Hall.
Huh. All right.
So at least if this map is to be believed, a lot of the important buildings in town were concentrated towards the center. How does this
Now-
sound? Oh, yes, go.
I was just going to ask, knowing what I know about Yagwal, does any of this seem familiar to me?
Absolutely not.
I see.
This place is completely alien to you still. Cranberry speaks into your mind.
We must go within.
Oi, just give me a moment. It's, odd being back here.
Do not take too long. Time is of the essence.
Yeah, I know. Just gotta steel myself. And then, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a rousing splash on myself.
Okay.
So I splash some water in my face.
All right.
And, I get 1d4 temporary hit points.
Lovely. How long do those last for?
1 minute.
Excellent. So by the time you decide what you're doing, they'll be long gone.
Exactly, yeah. It's fun.
It is indeed fun. So you all watch as Thicket splashes himself in the face with magic water.
Oh, that's brisk. Alright, let's get in there.
Do you know where we'd like to start?
Well, that's certainly a question.
Honey.
Do any of the buildings on the map like stand out as like anything unique?
Well, so far you've not encountered any historical societies.
Good to
So
know.
that's pretty unique as a concept to you, Thicket, as a whole, and also to the rest of you, as like even a place as large as Nilbud didn't have a historical society that you encountered. So that's interesting to you. I
The
would say.
points at this building on the map and says, "This one,
Which building?
this one."
Thub points to a random building to the east of the mines.
Well,
Dub
If
has
you wanna check it-
Dub has a very dedicated and serious look on his face as he says this.
right on. Anyway,
Right?
my thoughts are that if we want to see, I don't know if, I'm sure there are more frost zombies, but if we wanted to see if there are any captives in the temple, or historical society seems like a good place to kind of try and get a better pulse on what the fuck happened to Croshel. Or sorry, there were other buildings. There's the well in the
I'm
town
currently making them
square
all
and the
available
mine.
for you to see.
Okay.
Perfect.
Or we could go back to the mine and see if there's anything down there, because that's where we found the soul. But we didn't know we were looking at a soul, so we didn't really look that hard.
I'm going to assume that going back to where we found the soul might be the last place to go. You know, just if we're going down the list here. Feels like a pretty important spot.
So you don't want to go there first?
I get the feeling it's going to be alone.
It is worthless.
Might be worthless, according to some things that I'm hearing.
I mean, if this is just my baseless assumption, not knowing anything about the layout of Crosshole or really Yawwalk. You said that there was a spring. That was the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, I
springs.
suspect that might have something to do with that well.
Unfortunately, you might be right.
We must
know if
go within.
I think the well is where we want to be.
You don't want to go to the Historical Society or anything first?
Yeah, if we can find the Historical Society, then let's go there, but
Well, I mean, hopefully we can. We have a map.
I do find myself drawn to the well.
How much of Cranberry's insight am I aware of? What have you shared about what Cranberry is saying?
I think the most I've told you just is that, you know, Cranberry has a plan, but won't tell me. Like, I think I'm as in the dark as you guys are. If I remember correctly.
Cameron, does he remember correctly?
I will neither confirm nor deny. At this point, Don Collar pipes up. Now, here's an idea. Just in case these two chuckle fucks, and she points to Bill and Thub, have any plans, why don't we throw a wrench in that right on the butt? Wyatt, why don't the three of us take a trip up to the north and try to take things from a different angle? Yeah, alright. I'm fine with that, I guess.
See, I'm usually the one that's not here for these sessions, so it was very jarring to suddenly hear Cameron do a Yono impression.
Does that sound alright to all of you, that the three of us take a different path?
The three of you being...
Myself, Wyatt, and Bill.
Yeah, I mean...
But Bill!
Oi! Go right ahead.
Excellent. That should hopefully throw off any ambushes that they had planned.
But Bill! We didn't have any ambushes planned.
Bill puts a hand, brushes the back of his hand across your cheek, Thub. It is okay, my friend. It is okay. I will see you soon enough. All will be fine. And he gives you a wink.
Well, I just
What
detected
the
something
fuck?
there.
Have you gotten the and they were roommates vibes, perhaps?
Yeah! You don't have to sound so agonized over it. It's only homosexuality.
Jacob Perez, homophobic, confirmed.
No!
You heard it here
Not
first, kids.
confirmed!
You
That's
heard
right,
it here
that's
first.
right. Jacob Perez canonically hates gay people.
No!
Anyways, moving on from this bit.
Oh my
So
God.
Don Collar, Wyatt, and Bill, aka the three people who I don't want to control the character sheets of right now, leave.
Shocked and appalled.
And so now it is just Bastion, Thub, and Thicket.
That
with
is visibly disappointed.
Cranberry currently retracted into Thicket's chest still.
Well,
What's the deal with him? I asked Thicket.
A lot.
Well, right, but like, what's the deal with him?
I'm not entirely sure. That's
what
actually
do you
not
mean
true.
when you say
Um,
deal?
As far as I know, and well, as far as I know, Cranberry is the protector of Crucial, and everything Cranberry does is to aid in the protection of not only me, but also Crucial. They are a kind protector, and we are very grateful to have Cranberry on our side.
I can't take the speech seriously with the name Cranberry.
This is how you get smited.
I get smited?
You and Wyatt both have no respect for anything.
What are you talking about? That wasn't in character.
Anyways, so what are you all doing?
I'm gonna set off towards the Historical Society.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
follow suit.
Okay. So, you all begin trekking through town, which is still completely buried in snow. The cold wind whips through your ears, but you don't hear any groaning or gasping for air like you did the last time you were here. The only footprints you hear are your own, and the snow around you seems completely undisturbed. You see nothing. No sign that there was ever life here besides the buildings themselves. And as you continue onwards through the areas you've already been, you see the cannons you had encountered pointed towards the mine where you remember being told the zombies originally came from. And as you turn off into a side, or what you presume was once a side street and is now just an alleyway, completely immersed in at least 4 feet of snow, you still have seen no signs of anything.
Weird.
Well, that's not threatening at all.
Really? I feel
Sun-
deeply threatened.
Continues to set as you come across a building that, according to the map, should be the Historical Society. Even from the outside, it is quite clear that the roof has completely caved in.
Oh,
There are
okay.
stone walls surrounding this building, and you actually see a set of closed double doors. I can actually show it to you right now.
Oh.
Whoa.
So the doors are up here. It is kind of the building itself seems to be shaped kind of like a backwards C.
I guess we could try the door, even though the roof is collapsed.
Well, since I'm going to the roof.
As you approach the doors, Bastion, you see a note written in the stone, like on a plaque,
Oh,
currently, at least you assume it's a note. It's currently covered in snow, so you can't quite read what it says, but there is text on a plaque next to the door.
I would like to brush off the snow, please.
You brush the snow off, and the plaque itself reads, "History of our home." And underneath in smaller text, it says, "Is exhibit in progress, open to the public in a few months." Or, sorry, not in a few months. Open to the public next season.
You know, you have to wonder if they discovered something that, triggered the whole frost zombie situation.
I've been thinking about that, but truthfully, I can't imagine anything that they would have found that, could have done anything like this. Crucial isn't a place with zombies.
Bastion, you open the door, and it takes some effort as there is snow on both sides. But I'm assuming your companions help at least a little bit.
Yes.
One would hope.
So you together manage to push this door open. And immediately on the other side, you see a solid couple of probably like 6 inches of snow on the ground, which you realize seems to be covering the remnants of the roof. At this point, there is just a smooth layer, making the floor a solid, pretty much a solid foot above where it actually should be. Inside,
This might be a fool's errand.
you can see completely undressed stone walls, some wooden structures that are at this point starting to freeze and rot away, but they look similar to those you would find in a mine. And Bastion, you see an open archway on the east wall.
Right on. I'm gonna start.
As you
moving
begin
on
moving
through.
in, you start to see what looks like maybe the exhibit hall up ahead. As there
Through
appear
the
to be,
archway, I take it?
yes, through the archway, as there appear to be some items and pedestals that the roof must have broken around as it collapsed. And yet those objects themselves are now completely covered in snow. So right now, Bastion, what you're looking at is a work in progress, temporary mural, it almost looks like, that appears to be hand painted, showing the settlers shaking hands with the Nuntan, actually shaking hands with someone who looks a hell of a lot like Chief Bravewalker. And this art style is quite familiar, as you believe it's the same art style as that Hermanthony painting you guys found all the way back at the beginning.
Oh, damn.
Oh,
When you
yeah,
found
the
that-
Hermanthony
yeah.
painting.
Across
Well-
over here on the wall on the east, there appears to be chunks of building material and debris from the roof, as well as a few ruined canvases. To the north, there is another painting, which appears to depict a dwarven man, though the canvas itself is ripped and a good portion of the man's face is now missing.
So,
Also of
Cam,
note
I'd
from
like-
this, yes.
Sorry.
good.
You can finish that thought about the painting. There's just something that I'd like
No,
to do.
this wasn't about the painting, so
Okay. There are two things actually I'd like to do here. First, I'd like to summon Cranberry.
okay.
and then I would like to use share senses.
Okay.
So now Thicket is able to see everything in front of us.
Yes.
Yes. And with that, does Thicket recognize any of the stuff being depicted? Like any of the events?
So, the events being depicted, no. You do not recognize these. However, you also you would know that in your lifetime in Crochel, the only people in this whole place, in the whole of Salter, were the Nontan and the Sabertooth. And this mural here depicts elves, dwarves, goblins, orcs shaking hands and breaking bread with the Arane.
This can't be right.
Bastion
Mm-hmm.
and Thub, actually, both Bastion and Thub, please roll society checks.
Okie. That is going to be a 13 for me.
Okay.
I'm not
It's a
getting
19
good rolls
for me.
today.
Okay. So, both of you pretty easily would recognize that this is probably depicting the end of the war between the refugees and the natives when they first arrived. Bastion, you probably would be putting two and two together that this specific event being depicted in this mural would have been Chief Bravewalker gifting the land that you now stand on to the colonists.
What year did that happen, roughly?
This probably happened around 20 years ago.
Which is about 10 years after Crochel went missing?
Approximately.
I impart all of this wisdom to my boy Thicket. Also, Thub is there, but I don't know what they can do with it, so.
Thicket, how do you react to this history lesson?
Interesting. I'm sorry, I zoned out partially through the history lesson. Can you?
I also zoned out to the history lesson.
I am genuinely so sorry.
Me too.
So Bastion believes that the event being depicted in this mural is Chief Bravewalker gifting the land that you're currently standing on that once was Crochel to the colonists
I see.
after their war.
And this happened about 20 years ago, which is 10 years after Crochel disappeared.
I think it's pretty odd for someone to gift land to the people that you were just fighting a war over.
Well, here's the thing.
and
The natives lost.
Oh, okay. It was like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this would have been an olive branch following the treaty between the Cloudvales and the Arane. The Sabertooth never signed that treaty, which is why they still consider themselves at war.
I see.
But the Nontan signed themselves into peace and signed away a lot of their land rights.
So, I'm willing to bet that whatever happened here, we can blame the elves and the dwarves for it. The takers of this land.
There's always the chance that there was something cursed here before, and Bravewalker knew about it and gave them this land specifically to try and scare them
Crochel
away.
has no curses, though. It was a blessed
Crochel was
land.
destroyed mysteriously. I think that counts as a curse.
We're still figuring out what happened to it. But I know let's just move on.
Okay. Let's
So,
start looking south,
As you,
I guess.
yes, as you continue looking around, there appear to be shattered pieces of pottery, and actually, in a central spot here, there is a pedestal with what looks to be some sort of a very fancy shattered crystal vase on it.
I'm gonna
And
try and
the-
gently blow the snow away.
Okay. You try to gently blow the snow away and are somewhat successful. The pieces are fairly large, so they're heavy enough not to blow off onto the floor.
Okay.
And yeah, this is very fine, deep blue crystal pottery. And you actually notice that there appear to be designs carved into the sides of the pedestal, and as Cranberry approaches, the heat that emanates from him begins to melt the snow from these designs, and they appear to depict a well on two sides, and the other two sides depict colonists shaking hands with the Nontan, once again, just like the mural from before.
So I'm
And
gonna
there-
wager that's
there is
not good.
One other thing. There appears to be an inscription written around the pedestal. Let me just double check. Okay. The inscription appears to be written in a number of languages. It appears that each of the different faces has a different language. One face is Elven, one face is Dwarvish. Specifically, I would say, Bastion, you would recognize they are the Vafamelian dialects of Elven and Dwarvish.
That tracks.
One side appears to be the language of the outcasts, also of Vafmel, and the final side you don't actually recognize what it is, Bastion.
Okay, I don't suppose you'd recognize, well, I forget, did the Nontan have a written script?
Not that you're aware of.
Huh. Thub, look at this.
Thicket, as you look at this through Cranberry's eyes from across the room, it feels familiar, but you can't quite place how. You've never seen anything like this before, but there's definitely a familiarity to these patterns of ridges scrawled across the stone.
Am I able to, like... Is that, like, a non-ton braille equivalent that I'm feeling?
You could certainly try. Currently, you're across the room from it.
Hang on, I'm getting up. Oh, it's even more disorienting. I think I'm going the right way.
Oh, I'm gonna go over,
Right.
grab him by the shoulder, and guide him down.
As
I
Thicket
do not
almost
feel it.
slams into a wall.
Come on.
So I lose all my senses when I'm seeing through Cranberry.
Oh!
I forgot about
okay.
that.
Hey, Thub, help me carry him.
Yep, I'm on it. So I'm helping him carry... I'm helping Bastion carry Thicket.
As you both
Yeah.
move over to do this, Cranberry actually moves over, his heat melting the snow off of a collapsed suit of armor. Cranberry then gently takes Thicket by the shoulder and guides him to the pedestal.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
Now, Thub, as you approach, as the only one in the party who can read Dwarven and Elven, you actually would also be able to read this description. As Thicket, you now rubbing your hands across these bumps and ridges, you now remember these were ways that you had stories and art conveyed to you when you were a child. Because you were never able to see the visual works that your people would come up with. They, as in the people of Crochel, they created a form of written language specifically so that you could partake in your community. And oh, yes.
I was just going to say, oh, I can read this. It's a story.
What does it say?
I'm DMing it to you now, Colby.
Interesting.
Thub, you see the Elven and Dwarven inscriptions read, "Through peace we prosper."
Through peace we prosper. That's a weird message. What does that mean?
The inscription. It's only through friendship can one find the way.
That's different than the other languages.
Aye. You don't suppose it has to do with the land being given over? There's no prophecy, is
there?
there?
Your people made this, right? Your
Aye.
people, as in the people of Crochel. They invented it.
Aye. Actually, it's a bit more than that. It's I'd use these when I was a wee boy to read and sharing the stories. The others.
Thicket. Your people had been gone 10 years when this agreement was made.
That's correct.
Longer when this was carved. So who carved it?
Edges. Combine the edges.
The edges. Give me the other shard.
Of the pottery?
Aye.
I start handing him pieces of pottery.
And using my tactile fingers, I'm gonna go ahead and connect them the way they need to be connected.
You connect them together as best you can. There are definitely a few gaps where small shards must be missing under the floor or under the snow. But using your tactile fingers, as you said, and some of your elemental know-how, as glass is technically a form of stone, or crystal is a form of stone, at least. You're not entirely sure what this is, if it's glass or crystal. It doesn't really feel like either to you, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Bastion and Thub, you see that this vase appears to have been in the shape of a well.
Okay.
And something you realize as Thicket assembles what's left here is that it's almost as if there was a false bottom that is now missing.
I suppose... Would it be possible for me to estimate roughly the size of the false bottom?
it would have taken up the entire bottom of the vase, basically.
Right. But, like, what... Comparatively speaking, like, could you say fit a Soul of Frost in...
It's definitely bigger than the Soul of Frost.
Okay.
And there are no notable indentations. Though, from a height perspective, this false bottom would have been less than half an inch tall, which would not really be enough to contain the Soul of Frost from a height perspective.
Well, you have to wonder what was in the bottom of that vase.
Do I recognize anything culturally about the vase? Like, would I have encountered this before?
Make a society check.
'24.
You have. It's a very rare piece. This type of construction was only known, to your knowledge at least, to the Sabertooth. Only they could form this type of material with such precision.
This is, it's by the Sabertooths. I know this, this material. It's forged by Sabertooths. They're the only ones who are able to craft it.
So we're looking at a Sabertooth artifact made to commemorate a treaty between the Nontan and the refugees,
But the Sabertooths never signed the pact.
with an engraving of a Braille language that was invented for a boy in a town that disappeared a decade earlier.
That's exactly what it is.
And
Spooky.
it used to hide something.
Well, this is all very
So-
concerning.
So my thought, and I don't want this to be the case, but don't suppose the Sabertooths were unhappy about the the pact being signed, sent this little gift, and the gift is what did this to the city.
There's no, like, plaque that has information about where this came from or when it was... Right?
Well, you do see a number of unengraved plaques against the wall. So if that information exists, it is probably not here, at least in this very specific location that you're in.
Right. And I don't find anything else, like, just kind of cursory digging through the snow, using Cranberry to, like, heat gun my way down a little bit.
Not around this central pedestal, no.
Okay.
But it is definitely worth noting this pedestal is very clearly centrally placed.
Dead center in the room. Okay.
And
You
it
mean this one
actually
right here?
looks like there's an easel with a now ruined canvas that it looks like someone was painting the pedestal, painting an image of the pedestal with the vase. Now, Thub, as you go down, you realize that there appears to be a whole
Is
other
this a
room
person?
down here. No, that's a statue.
That'd be a very different vibe. There's just suddenly a person here. Hello, I'm the curator.
No, I thought it was like a frozen person.
No. That's a statue. I will note, though, you still have yet to see a single frost zombie or evidence of a frost zombie.
What is the ancestry of the statue person?
There is no head,
Okay, that's kind of a damper.
but it is taller than a dwarf, so you would assume probably an elf, judging by its more slender stature.
Okay.
Freaky.
Now, yeah, Bastion, now that you've also moved down, you see this. There appears to be another room down to the southwest.
I'm gonna just kind of wander through the podiums down here, just double check there's nothing particularly interesting.
The only other thing of real worth you can see, it looks like there was another in-progress mural down this way, which, at a cursory glance, it's very rough, like sketching, honestly. Not even any paint down on this. But it appears to depict the foundation of the mine. The only other thing that you see of note down here appears to be a fountain next to a door.
Well, lads, open door or close door?
Open door. It's already,
Yeah, open door.
welcoming us.
So, as you approach this
It's
open
already welcoming us, he said.
archway, you find yourselves in what appears to be an exhibit made to look like the inside of the mine.
Oh.
Huh.
You see crates with what you're not sure if it's real or fake dynamite in it. You see some rocks. You see buckets. You see tools in racks against the walls, and a whole crate full of other tools made completely of wood. Prop tools. And you realize the tools on the walls aren't real either. Those are very realistically painted.
What's this?
That is a bucket.
Bucket.
Dear
There's
God.
a
In the
bucket
bucket.
in the center of the room.
No.
Nice. You say bucket.
Now, something of note. There is no caved-in roof in this segment that you can see. But there is definitely no roof above you. And there is no evidence that these items have been damaged.
Well, that's strange.
And as you say that, you hear a noise on the wind.
Do we have a direction or?
Yeah, where's that coming from?
You do not know. It is far away.
Oh.
And as you begin to look around, the snow begins to move within the room.
Oh.
As
Oh.
creatures, somewhat vaguely familiar looking, icy creatures, pop out of the ground. Not zombies, These look to be elementals, similar to the ones you fought at that ambush.
Right.
But instead
Well,
of
I'm
being...
glad I don't have to deal with my major psychological trauma at this moment, but that doesn't seem great.
Was this the was I a part of this ambush?
I don't remember if you were there for that session, but I believe you were.
I don't remember that.
Well, I don't know what to tell you.
Elementals stopped our snowmobile in the middle of the road.
So,
yeah, I don't think I was there for that then.
You are now going to have to roll for initiative.
I knew I was going to say that. I knew I was going to say that. I was literally about to say roll for initiative.
Things pull themselves from the snow and flap into the air.
Right, and is it safe to assume that my senses are returned to me?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet. And also, as we here we go. As we enter initiative, I would like to use one of my new general feats. I'm going to use Battle Cry.
Okay.
So when I roll initiative, I can yell a mighty battle cry and demoralize an observed foe.
Now, the question is, does that come from Cranberry or from you?
I guess technically it comes from me.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think that comes from you. Who is currently outside the room.
Yeah, fine.
I'm
Never mind.
blind.
Yeah, because I don't think Cranberry shares your feats.
Yeah, no. Okay, that's fine. I'll do it another time. No, it's fine.
That does bring us to the top of round 1 with Bastion Parker.
Okay. Bastion Parker is going to open her character sheet because it spontaneously closed when we rolled initiative for some reason. That's fun. Okay. I am going to take an action to stride.
Okay.
And then I'd like to take an action to swing wildly with reckless abandon towards this bloke.
Excellent. Go ahead and do that.
Okay, that should be a 21.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's going to be a nice healthy 20 damage.
Excellent. You just run up to this thing, unsheath your sword, and in one fluid motion just cut it in half as it falls to pieces on the ground and dissolves into the snow.
That's neat. And then I'm going to take an action to move over towards the bucket and just hang tight.
Okay. That brings us to Thub.
I am first going to what's the fucking thing called? Jesus. Channel elements. I can't speak.
Okay.
I can't speak properly, Cam. I don't have the ability to speak.
That's fair enough. Are you making an elemental blast as part of that?
Sure, why not?
Okay, because remember, you get a free elemental blast whenever you activate your kinetic aura.
Yes, this is true.
Yes.
So
who are you targeting?
I'm going to target this fellow up here. I am going to use... Okay. Is there a way of knowing if fire does more damage since these are ice elementals?
Well, if you had used your recall knowledge action before channeling your elements, that could have worked.
Okay, I'm going to do that either next turn or next move. depending on how I feel. So I'm going to use metal.
Okay.
That is 18 plus 15. 33.
33. That is a critical hit.
Jesus.
Oh. Also, which one are you targeting?
This one.
Okay, cool.
Before, I think.
Cool. Sorry, I missed it.
No, you're good. Okay, so critical damage then, yes?
Yes, please.
Okay. I forget how much damage this fucking thing is. That is 24 points of damage.
Okay. 24 points of damage. Thub, you just turn and whew, as you call down your elements from the... You call them down, pull your hand down from the sky, and just send out these shreds of metal, which just absolutely destroy this thing.
I don't know why the way that you were talking about that reminded me of He-Man, and now I have the He-Man theme song stuck in my head.
I don't know either. You have 2 actions remaining.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use recall knowledge to figure out what the weaknesses are. If I'm
Okay.
able to do that.
So roll a recall knowledge check of your choice.
Recall knowledge check of my choice.
So that's any skill. I would recommend one that uses intelligence.
one that uses intelligence. Can I go with nature?
Sure.
Okay, yeah, because I'm trained in that, so give me the best. Nat 20.
Nat 20.
What the fuck?
So, as someone who is at least decently versed in elementals, considering, that's the source of your power, you recognize an ice elemental when you see one. Specifically, you believe these to be a type of minor elemental called Ogir Air, which are... So airs are a type of... Or they're basically the foot soldiers of elemental lords. And Ogir Air are foot soldiers to both the elemental lords of water and of air. So
do they have
you would
weakness?
imagine, as creatures of ice, hitting them with fire would probably turn them back into water.
Cool.
Which would probably, get rid of the cold thing that makes them ice in the first place, and that probably is a good idea.
I see where
Yeah.
you're going with that.
Yeah.
Cameron Smith calling me an idiot in the most beat around the bush way possible.
Listen. I can count on 2 hands the number of times where I have given you hints with less subtlety than that you should use fire damage, and you then proceeded to use slashing. So, go fuck yourself.
Listen, it worked, didn't it?
Hey, don't forget
Not
last
as-
week when you explicitly told us how to solve the combat encounter. And then I didn't do it.
That is true. That is something that happened, and then I did it by accident. Not even based on your advice. I did it because I zoned out when you were explaining that, and then I did it by accident.
Into doing it.
Alright, moving on.
Go watch Return to Gauntlet.
Yeah, some crazy shit
So if
goes
you're
on
watching
there.
this, you probably already watched Return to Gauntlet, because let's be honest.
That's true. So, Thub, you have 1 action
all
remaining.
2 of you. 1 action remaining. I'm going to use an elemental blast of fire this time.
Okay.
That is 24 to hit.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Fantastic. Does this get an extra boost since this is a weakness?
Yes, but I apply that.
Oh, okay, cool. Fuck, I dropped my die. Give me a second. Come on. Okay, here we go. 8.
8. All right. This elemental, you watch as this blast of flame just starts to melt away at its form, and it is significantly weakened by that. Let me just do some math really quick. Okay. It is now quite bloodied, and having quite a difficult time staying in the air. That brings us now to Thicket.
All right. I'm going to start with a single action, act together.
Mhm.
So for Thicket's action, he is just going to stride 5, 10, 15 feet. And then Cranberry is going to strike this guy.
Okay.
And that is a 35.
That is a critical hit. Roll critical damage.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
This thing no longer
damn.
exists. This thing
Yeah.
no longer
Oh,
exists.
Jesus.
It is so unbelievably gone. As Cranberry just
Yay.
steps forward and just flicks it out of existence.
The thing just vanished out of existence.
And
There
then,
is now one Ogier Air remaining.
There is. Now, we
And
got
he is
two-
literally cornered.
We got 2 actions remaining.
Yeah, this thing is looking around like,
And then, let me just... I'm sorry, Bastion, you're gonna get caught in the crossfire, but this is very funny.
Oh, God.
What's going to happen now is that Cranberry is going to clench all 4 of his fists very tightly. And then, using 2 of his upper arms, he's going to grab onto one of those lower arms and tear it off of him.
I knew that's what you were doing, god damn it.
And then, raising that torn off arm like a javelin, the fist still clenched, he is going to throw it at the elemental. He's going to use elemental burst.
Yeah, that solidly gets Bastion in it as well. So that is a reflex save from Bastion and this Ogier Air.
I'm sorry, I'll heal you after.
The elemental gets a 27.
That succeeds.
I got a 19.
That does not succeed. I would like to use my hero point for that because that is my doing.
Okay, go ahead and roll again then, Bastion.
Well, fuck me, I tried.
It's a 14, so
Yeah, that's...
we'll just be taking the damage, thank you.
At least it was 1 point off of a critical fail, so you only
Yes.
got a regular fail.
So Bastion, you take, I'm sorry, 17 points of damage. As I said, I will heal you. I will heal you after. I will use one of my spell slots to heal you.
And that doesn't even
You have
destroy
healing
the
spells?
air.
Yeah, that thing takes half damage. And
The air is still alive.
And that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us now to this creature, which appears to regenerate a little bit due to the cold surrounding it. As it just looks around. It is going to... It is going to send a bolt of cold energy at Cranberry. That is a 16 to hit.
That does not hit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's not it.
Then that will bring us to its final action, which it is going to use as it attempts to fly away over the wall.
Over the wall, the roof is open in this room.
There is no roof here.
Okay, gotcha.
So the thing is now over the wall and flying away. That brings us to Bastion at the top of round 2.
Well, that seems like it's indicative of something not great. I'm gonna go check that door.
Okay,
To the
so you've
south.
used 1 action to get there. You have 2 actions remaining.
There we go.
You have 1 action remaining.
There we are.
You are next to the door. That brings us to Thub.
So which did he fly over in this direction? This guy?
No, it flew over the wall heading north.
So like out of the building.
Yes.
Can I still see him?
No.
Is he still in my range?
You cannot still see it. You do not know if it's in your range, but you currently do not see it.
Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna bolt outside, see if I can find it and shoot his ass down.
Okay.
Alright, that's 25. 25. 25.
Okay, that is your turn. That brings us to Thicket.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna go with a tandem movement. So Thicket is going to stride. What's Thicket's movement exactly? 25? Yeah, 5. And then this is more than 100 feet, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. So we can't split up. Yeah, I'm going with Thub.
Okay.
There, and then there. Then that's going to be I guess an act together single action where we're both going to stride.
Okay.
And then my final action, that will be another tandem movement from Thicket.
Okay.
So that's 25 to there. 25 to there. That's my turn.
Okay. That brings us now to the air, which gets its little bit of healing. It is then going to do some flying over there, and then it begins flying over the building, over the center of the building, behind where you currently are,
Ooh.
as it seems to be crossing over and moving to the east. That brings us around to the top of round 3 with Bastion.
Open this bottom door and hope it takes me outside.
It does indeed take you outside.
What wonderful news! Okay, so that's 1 action.
Mm-hmm.
2 actions.
Well, it was 1 action to open the door, so
2 actions to move.
you move 15 feet from the first one. So yeah, you've taken 1 action to you have 1 action remaining. That's
Yes.
the important part. There we go.
That's good. Glad we're on the same page.
Bastion, you see this thing as it's flying in an easterly direction. That brings us to Thub.
Probably not good news.
It is my time.
Yes, it is.
I run, I bolt out the door.
Okay.
Bolt out the door. And I frantically look around to see where he is, if I can find him.
You do not currently see it.
Here. I still don't see it, right? Yeah.
Why don't I roll a perception check for Thub to see if he actually saw where it went? The answer is yes. You actually saw it fly over the building behind you as you were running up this way. So it's on the other side of the building now.
So it's over here.
Somewhere
Or like
over there, yeah.
Or like over here.
To the east, yes. So
Oh,
that is
fuck.
your
All
turn.
Right, I gotta do some more running next turn, I guess.
That brings us to Thicket.
All right, gonna continue that stride. It's gonna be a tandem movement, so 25.
And I'll also note, the areas off the map are currently like walls. Those are buildings at the edges of the map there.
Gotcha.
So currently this thing is about, Bastion, you can see this thing is about to fly over a building where you will not be
Remind
able to
me-
easily follow it.
From the map, what is to our east?
To your east, to the northeast, from a northeast, you would find the temple and the well. Just regular northeast, you would find the library and the town hall. So Thicket, yes, continue, please.
No trouble. It's gonna be a single action act together. So stride, and then I guess another tandem movement going down
Okay,
25 feet.
that is your turn. This thing heals a little bit more as Bastion, it looks at you with a toothy, icy grin and sends out another ray of frost at you.
How nice of it.
Mm-hmm. That is a 13 to hit.
That's not going to hit.
Okay. It will then use its final action to fly over the building and off the battlefield in a generally northeaster direction. You're now out of combat. What would you like to do?
Well, I think I would really enjoy taking a quick resolve rest.
Okay.
While we plot our next move.
Mm-hmm. So Thub and Thicket, you guys run around the sides of the building to find Bastion alone.
Did you kill it?
No, it went to the northeast.
Northeast.
And I point.
Northeast. What's northeast of here?
Everything?
Ah, I see. Where's the well relative to where we are?
Northeast.
Gotcha.
So you guys are down here. The well is right here in the center. And the thing flew over this cluster of buildings right here.
So, Thicket, I don't want to stereotype, and pardon me if this is an inaccurate assumption, but might the elemental in your chest have some insight on the elementals that just popped out of that fake mine shaft?
Well, possibly. Know anything about them, Cranberry?
Cranberry looks up towards where the elemental was. And at this moment, you hear more of that screaming. Horrible, pained screaming. Followed by, you think, the tinkling, sharp laughter of those ice elementals.
Okay, that's
Cranberry
bad.
looks at you, Thicket, and in your mind says,
There you have it.
What do they have?
What we need. They
Okay.
will pose a
Alright,
challenge.
Right. How do we get
Which way
what
are
we
we
need
going?
from them?
Cranberry regrows the arm that he just threw.
The only way to deal with whelps.
Yes? Is there more to that thought?
It was supposed to be implied that the answer is violence.
Oh, right. But that's not what I was asking. You said that we need something from them. They have what we need. What is it? What is it that we need? Violence? Is that what we need?
Violence will get us what we need from
I
them.
see. I see.
I'm gonna start trying to follow the sound of the screaming.
Right.
We
Well,
really have a long way to go on this communication thing.
aye. Unfortunately for you, I never learned how to read. Let's go.
Now, Thicket, what is your perception modifier?
My perception modifier.
Yes.
That is 13.
13. Okay. Why don't you pick a d20 for me?
13.
13. Okay. All right. All right. Let's break out number 13 here. Okay. As you're walking away, and as you say that to Cranberry, you almost feel as though you hear something, not in your mind, but physically being whispered under Cranberry's breath. But you don't know what. So, you all begin moving in a northeasterly direction. Where exactly would you try to go? The screams are currently echoing in such a way that you can't pinpoint them exactly. So where would you like to go?
The central square, I guess, is probably my first impulse, if anybody else
Yeah.
doesn't have one.
I was gonna say, I think the temple, which is in that central square, is probably where I would go next.
Okay.
Alright.
So, you make your way to the unfortunately very familiar temple, which seems to be basically how you left it. You see above the door the same symbol of Falgrim's black and orange axe. Something worth noting, though, is as you take a look inside, there are no bodies.
None of the bodies we left.
None of the bodies you left. Nor is there any of your blood that was left when the zombies were attacking you. There are still some scorch marks on the stone from Thub and Morgrim.
Well, that's a not at all ominous fact that I'm sure is not indicative of anything horrifying to come. What do you guys think?
I agree with you. I don't think that is indicative of anything terrible to come.
I think that just by being in here, terrible things are going to happen. But
Well.
no sense in brooding about it. Might as well just get right on with it.
Alright. So are we going deeper in the temple?
Don't see why not.
We go deeper in the temple.
Okay, you retrace your steps from all those weeks ago. And it is, as far as you can tell, exactly how you left it. Just minus the bodies. And worth noting, the screams are very definitely not coming from here.
Okay. I'm thinking it's either got to be like the mine or the well. What do you think?
Well, we're already here. Might as well descend the well.
All right, let's
As
go
I
to the
said,
wing.
feel myself drawn to it.
Okay, so you head out into the town square, where you hadn't really spent much time when you were here before. You were kind of focused on getting to the mine. And this well actually very closely resembles the vase and the inscriptions on the pedestal. It is fairly simple, made from stone bricks with treated wood on top, sort of forming a frame, providing a little shelter from the elements. And I would say, even through all of however long it's been here and the elements around you, Thicket, you recognize the unmistakable smell of wood treated with goat fat, which is a Nuntan technique to weatherproof it.
Oh, miss that smell.
So you believe that at least part of this, at least the wooden part of this structure, would have been built by the Nuntan. And Bastion and Thub, something you can see as you approach is that there is a rope descending into the well, which appears to sway in the air with the wind.
Look, there's a rope in the well that seems to be swaying in the wind.
What? Does it sound like the screams are coming from here, or does it sound like it's
No.
definitely not coming from here?
The screams definitely are not coming from here.
Okay.
They actually sound a little farther away than when you were in the temple.
Right. Mine?
I think
Thicket, do you wish to do anything else while you're here?
I'd like to go down that well.
Okay.
Personally, I'd like to wait until we figure out the screaming situation.
Oh, yes, the screaming. Right, yes. That. Yeah, maybe we wait on the well, then.
Alright, library or mine? The mine feels like the kind of place where there would be screaming, comparatively, but you never know.
Yeah, you said the screaming sounded like it was farther away now?
Yes.
Alright, let's go to the mine.
And as we go towards the mine, does it sound like it's getting closer?
No. Sounds like it's getting farther away.
I
Okay,
yearn for the mines.
If we start heading towards the library, does it sound like it's getting closer?
It does. And the laughter becomes clearer.
Okay, library it is.
Alright. So, you approach the library. And the sounds drop away as you approach this quite large building, actually. made of stone, like most buildings around here are. The roof actually seems to be mostly intact, though it does appear there is a second floor expansion of sorts that doesn't seem to be so lucky. Looks like parts of the walls have collapsed as well. The door is closed in front of you.
Let's bust that shit down.
Okay. Why don't you do that for me? As you are now able to see the environment you're in.
So you said that the door, can't be opened, but...
I never said that.
Oh.
As Bastion approaches and opens the door with ease.
Oh. We'll save our strength for later, Cranberry.
The wood appears to be rotted. There are bookshelves that Bastion is currently climbing over.
Oh, my bad. I can't see that.
It's fine. Lining this entire space. The wood is definitely not properly treated for this environment, though it looks like it may have been nice
a lot of wood.
at one point. Oh yes, this is, for Salter, this is an incredibly lavish building. The bookshelves are made of wood. There's, paper everywhere. There do, however, appear to be some holes in the floor where the planks have rotted away. There also appears to be a set of wooden stairs going up, and you see what looks to be a plaster wall of sorts in the southeast of the building.
Interesting.
I'm gonna go ahead and share senses with Cranberry again. Just
Okay.
Screams sound like they're coming.
You currently don't hear screams. The screams seem to have completely dropped away, as has the laughter. And Bastion, as you approach this hole in the floor, you realize there appears to be a basement with more books in it.
Right on. Do we want to try upstairs, or do we want to try downstairs, or do we want to go to that wall?
well, the walls on this floor might as well see what that's see what that is first.
All right. As Thub continues standing watch outside.
He likes the snowflakes.
I'm making sure no one gets in or out.
Thub then proceeds to spider monkey climb across the bookshelves. Bastion, as you approach this plaster wall, it looks like it is it was painted at one point, but the paint has long since flaked away.
Okay.
And currently it seems to be sort of a rectangular structure, and as you go around, you see a set of metal ballasts and ruined stone stairs going down. The metal ballasts appear to be chained together in such a way that you wouldn't be able to get to the other side without climbing over.
I'd like to use my
without the
reaction.
key. Sure. To do what?
That's going to be Eidolon's opportunity, right as Thub
To beat the shit out of
sprints
Thub?
past
Yeah, good
Cranberry.
idea.
Yeah.
Great. Roll to hit. Honestly, hell, make one attack there and then also make a secondary attack.
Okay, great.
With
So
multiple
that first
attack penalty.
was an
Because
18.
Cranberry wants in on this.
And that second one is a 16.
Mm-hmm.
I think those both fail.
Yeah, does an 18 or a 16 hit Thub?
Does an 18 or a 16 hit Thub? No, they do not.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Damn it.
Okay. So, Thub, as you run past Cranberry, he attempts to clothesline you with two of his arms, but you manage to slide across the floor to get under him, though you do get some splinters in your knees.
Ow! How is that
I think I
possible?
found
My
the
skin is made of
stairs
rock.
down.
Because fuck you, that's why.
Fuck you!
Your skin is not made of rock.
It's made of something, I don't know.
Your skin is... You have scales!
Anti-splinter material. Oh, yes.
You
Scales,
have
sorry.
scales! You're a
I
lizard!
forgot the word.
Anyways, yes, Emma, you had something to say.
I think I found the stairs down.
Well, off we go. Whoa, just gotta fix, there we go.
I'm gonna hop the ballasts.
Alright. You hop the ballasts. You're now standing at the top of these stairs, the middle of which is completely collapsed. Bless you.
Thank you.
May I try and jump the gap?
Oh yeah, you can pretty easily jump the gap.
Okay.
So, yeah. You hop the gap. Thicket, do you attempt to follow?
Yes.
Okay. Cranberry is going to grab you by the shoulder as you almost fall into the gap.
Well, thank you.
Careful.
I like how he's speaking more than I've ever heard him speak.
I still have need of you, old friend.
I
Oh, that's not
I ain't-
conspicuous at all.
ain't going anywhere.
Cranberry
That's not
puts
conspicuous at
his
all.
bottom two arms around your waist and hoists you up as he climbs down into the basement.
All right, here we go.
I will say, I agree with Thub/Jacob. Very conspicuous thing to say.
Yeah.
So, here you are, in the basement, which does indeed appear to be full of more books and darkness, as currently the only one who can see is Thub. It is pitch black here.
That seems inconvenient, does it not? I'm gonna cast light.
Okay.
Cast it on my sword.
Okay. Let me go ahead and apply that. There we go. Bastion lights up the whole environment. And yeah, there's a lot more books here, and these ones actually appear to be in much better condition, having been shielded a little bit better from the elements in the basement. Which, in and of itself, the fact that there is a basement is a feat, considering the ground is permafrost. So this is the second basement you've encountered in Yagwal, the other one being the temple itself.
If I just start glancing at the bookshelves, can I get a sense of like what the topics of this section are?
Yeah, these appear... Some of them appear to be generally, like, somewhat more rare and valuable books. A few of them are written by local authors, appear to be first editions. But you find an entire section which is seemingly dedicated to the town's history.
That's what we want. Alright. I would like to look through that book, please.
Alright, so you start looking through. And I would say that section is... I'll put you over there.
Okay.
So far away from the stairs. As you start flipping through the pages, Bastion, you see this appears to be like a volume 3 of the town's history. Somehow these people really seem to like their history, or at least this one guy does. You see one name scrawled on the covers of all of these books, and that name is Esther Sharn. You'd gather that this Esther Sharn person was quite into Yagwal's history.
Interesting.
And as you flip through the volume you're currently reading, which also slightly concerning to you, maybe, I don't know how you'd think about it. In fact, this is volume 3, and it's just now getting to the foundation of the town.
I mean, I don't know what the first 2 volumes are about. Maybe the war, maybe the indigenous people. Like, I can see there being other volumes.
Mhm.
I just don't know what Mr. Shar was gonna
So,
do with it.
as you read through these writings, which are clearly not edited, handwritten, and a little bit rambling, this Esther Sharn person seems to have actually been here for the foundation of the town itself, and tells of how there was absolutely nothing on this land when the Nantan gifted it, save for a well, which the chief claimed had been built as part of the gift of this land.
Yeah, I'm getting real sketch vibes from Brave Walker on this land gifting shit.
Additionally, a number of other gifts were procured, and pieces made. A lot of those, as they are described, you recognize as having seen them in the museum. Statues, and most notably, a piece of pottery, a piece of blue crystalline vase, which Sharn says was taken near and dear to heart by the then mayor of the town.
Who was the mayor at the time?
The mayor was an elf by the name of Esther Sharn.
Oh. Esther seems involved. Okay.
Indeed. So one of the the reason you believe this vase was so near and dear to the heart of the mayor, not only because Esther writes in immense detail about his exact emotions when receiving this vase, but Esther seems to have studied it directly, as there are entire chapters about this vase, about how Esther has never seen anything like it, has never seen crystals so pure, even when conjured by magics, of the most skilled
really into this vase.
elven and dwarven craftsmen of Vafamel and the other continents. It sounds like, from a few of the annotations you're seeing, as Sharn, of course, cites himself several times.
What, of course?
You believe from some of the cited titles that Sharn is a well-traveled man.
Okay.
The important part is, Sharn has never seen anything like it. And near the end of one of these chapters, he mentions how he is convinced there is something more to it that he just can't see. And he recalls the phrase spoken to him by the RNA who gifted it to him, who was not the chief. Who was not the chief who presented this gift to the mayor. But Sharn says in his notes that Nantan told him, only through friendship can one find the way.
Oh?
And Sharn makes a note about how he'll have to see if he can find that Nantan again, or some other Nantan, to tell him what secrets this vase holds, because he's convinced that there must be one. Something else he notes is that the vase itself, well, closer to an urn, maybe, as it had a top that cannot be removed. You would notice that Sharn seems to get a number of elven words mixed in with his common. And the elven word for urn is vazé. So, you believe this may have actually been an urn in the first place.
Okay.
It is not dated. However, as you flip through the rest of this book, you see no more mentions of the vase itself. However, something you do see near the end is how Sharn notes the ever-increasing presence of cloud veils in the town. That is the end of Volume 3. There are more volumes on the shelf. There appear to be a total of 25 volumes on this one shelf alone.
Jesus fucking Christ. If I pick up volume 25 and read page 1, what's on it?
On page 1 is one singular word. Cold. Written in massive scrawled letters.
Okay. I'm gonna just set that to the side for the moment and pick up volume 24 and look at the last, chapter of that.
Yeah, as you start looking through volume 24, it definitely seems that Sharn was maybe starting to lose it a little bit. The use of Elvish false cognates with common seems to become more and more prevalent throughout his writing. His handwriting gets messier. The interesting thing about this is that you've never heard of an elf going senile. And you don't know how old Sharn would have been. But in theory, Sharn would have been the mayor of this town still, right? But as you get to the end, Sharn, almost completely writing in Elvish at this point, writes about daggers. Daggers in the dark. They pluck at my mind, they pluck at my eyes. They know I can see.
Oh.
I will not yield to them.
Right on then. I have no idea what to do with that.
Yeah, I can't say I do either.
Now, I should note, Bastion can't read Elvish.
So, huh?
Yeah, I figured
So
I'd
Bastion
call
is
Bob over at some
only
point.
understanding the common. I was more pointing that out for perhaps the party member who does speak Elvish.
I see. Oh, party member who speaks Elvish, it's your time to shine.
I feel like that's me, but I can't quite remember. Everyone seems to be pointing that it's me, but I really legitimately do not remember. I set this up when I made Thumb,
If
and I
only
haven't
this
used
had
it
come
since.
up earlier today, and we had
Only this
some
had come
memory
up
of it.
earlier in the session.
Oh, yep, I speak Elvish.
So, Thub, you start reading through some of the Elvish passages here, and
Burger, cheeseburger, Big Mac, Whopper.
this guy actually seems to be going really nuts. He's talking about tapping tapping on the glass. Not the glass, the crystal. Crystal and glass are the same word in Elvish, but contextually, it seems like he's talking about a crystal.
Interesting.
And he is
Well, I guess I convey
also
this to the group.
very clearly convinced that the cloud veils mean him harm. And
I have
that
a
he does not
speculation.
have long left.
But I don't think that I have enough evidence to support my speculation, so...
On one of the last pages, Thub, you see in a footnote that Sharn seems to have been searching for the Nantan who gave him the urn and has had no luck.
Uh-huh.
And he keeps writing over and over and over again. The friendship is broken. Where is the friendship? How can I find the way without it?
You were buddies with the Sabretooth before, right?
So I've heard.
And, they were there when whatever happened?
Also, so I've heard.
Right on. Do we think there's a chance the thing in the vase was you and Cranberry?
The thought crossed my mind, truth be told. And I frankly just don't see how it can be. Look at the size of us.
Thoughts,
How
feelings, opinions?
how would we fit into a jar?
Magic does weird shit, my guy.
Oh, magic does weird. What? I'm sorry. What makes you think what makes you think it carried us? Like, where is this coming from?
Well, I point at Cranberry, was the spirit of a spring. Correct.
Aye.
And you... I'm still not entirely sure what your deal with him was. You were the...
I
You were
was
his protector?
I was training to be a spring keeper.
Training to be a
Sort
spring
of
keeper.
worshippers of the spring and its guardian, so to speak.
Okay. So you were with him.
Well, frankly, I mean, I hadn't particularly met him in person. You know, the spring guardian was, you know, felt but never seen. It wasn't until, you know, I woke up in the woods that I had him by my side.
The woods that don't exist.
Oh, we've been to the woods.
At this point,
yes.
you hear above you footsteps, followed by
Well, I fear we're gonna have to deal with that, so we'll put my detective speculation on hold.
You all smell burning wood.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna race up the stairs as fast as I possibly can. Lickety split.
Okay, so Bastion's up first. Who's following Bastion?
Thicket.
I'm also going.
Okay, so Bastion is up first. Thicket is being lifted up by Cranberry. So we'll say they're in the middle, and Thub is at the end there. So Thub will have to hop over the gap in the stairs. As would it be safe to say you're all preparing for something?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right then. As we get to the top of the stairs, I'm going to have you roll initiative right off the bat.
Love that for us.
Great.
Indeed. And currently, Colby, Cranberry is directly under you.
Okay. Oh, I got a 20.
Holy
Hell yeah.
cool. I rolled my actual die instead of actually rolling for initiative.
Emma, what is that gif? What does that mean?
That is my face about Cranberry right now.
Did I just... I rolled a goddamn thing. Fuck.
It's okay. I got it. You can have your 18. Oh, never mind. You can have
okay.
your 25 that you just rolled. That works.
Thank you.
At the top of round 1, Thicket, you're up first. Currently, Bastion is in your way, though, if you want to hold your turn.
I will hold my turn.
Okay. So you will go after Bastion is moved. Thub, would you like to do the same, as currently there's no real way for you to get around your friends?
Sure.
Okay, so after Bastion is moved, we will take your turns. So that brings us to... First and foremost, these guys. You hear that sharp, tinkling laughter above you, alongside the screams. Bastion, you're up.
The game is paused, my friend.
Oh, yep, there we go.
Thank you.
As you step
5.
out, you immediately see more of these Ogir heirs, and in the center of the room, smashing through parts of the destroyed staircase, is a 10-foot tall thing, vaguely humanoid in shape, 4 arms,
Oh my god.
seemingly made of ice, but with steam billowing out of a pipe in the back, also made of ice, flame and embers coming out of it in every sense, as the ice seems to be constantly melting and regenerating around it as it screams.
I don't like how oddly familiar that is.
It certainly gives off a very specific image.
So, Bastion, I believe
Yeah,
you have
hi.
2 actions remaining?
I should, yeah. I'm gonna go, right there,
All right.
and I would love to swing my sword at the buddy there.
Okay. You run up to this Ogir, which is actually off guard because it didn't see you coming.
Oh, that's nice.
I will note, though, these ones seem to be a little bit larger than the ones you fought before.
That makes sense. The last ones weren't very beefy. Okay, that is a 22.
22, that is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
That is 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. You slash across this thing, and it is immediately just... It is almost dead already.
That is all I have to offer, thank you.
All right. That brings us now to this thing.
Wait.
Which-
What about me?
Oh, right. Yes. Yep. I forgot.
They
Thicket
held
and
their
Thumb.
actions.
I completely had forgotten about that. Thank you. Thicket, you're
My
up.
turn. All right.
Yeah,
Can
what the
I-
fuck, dude?
Do a tandem movement for both of us to, at the very least, get there.
I will say that with, I would say you could use an act together to get Thicket onto the stairs, or to have Thicket move there. Then Cranberry could use his action to climb up.
Okay, let's do that. So
Okay.
that will be an act together, single action.
Yes. So go ahead and move yourself to wherever you want. You're like you can just walk like normal.
Okay, gotcha.
Let me just put Cranberry back down there though.
There we go. Okay, so that is
So
I am just going to go right there.
Okay. So Cranberry needs to make an athletics check to climb out.
Okay. Luckily, he is very good with that. Decently good. 21.
Oh yeah, Cranberry easily climbs up and out.
Okay, sweet.
You have 2 actions remaining.
I am going to... Let's see, we already did an act together. I'm going to have Cranberry take another stride.
Okay.
That is 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Now,
And
Thicket,
Mhm.
I want you to make a Cranberry lore check for me, please.
Okay. $22.
You sense a level of disgust from Cranberry as he lays eyes on this creature.
But for my final action, could I attempt a recall knowledge using Cranberry lore to try and get any information about this creature?
You may
Based on
certainly
that.
try.
Okay. 18.
Other than also being a creature of ice and fire, and most likely an elemental of some sort, you have no idea.
Okay. Well, that's my turn.
All right, that brings us now to Thub. So Thub, you'll have to take an action to hop over that gap.
Which I will take.
All right, so then you will have 2 actions remaining.
Okay, so I guess first one is going to be to stride out here, get my eyes on some people, see what's going on. Where is this guy? 70 feet, for 50 feet, sorry. I am going to... Can I attack him, or does he have cover because of the bookshelves?
He does have some cover. You can still attack him regardless of the cover.
I can still attack
as he's
him.
currently
Okay, so
smashing through the stairs there.
Fantastic. Okay, well, I'm not going to waste any turns on a whatchamacallit because then I'd be losing my last turn. So I'm going to just go straight into an elemental blast of fire. That's all I'm out of range for. That is a nat 20.
Nat 20, hell yeah. Let me roll you a crit card. So that is Bomber Spell. Intense Strike. This attack ignores all resistances.
Ignores all resistances. Fantastic.
So go ahead and roll critical damage. And also, was it what type of elemental blast was this?
Fire. Because
Fire,
for metal it's out of range.
Fair enough. So go ahead and roll that critical damage.
Okay, so... Okay, so that's 24 points of damage.
24 points of damage. Which
as you send out this flame, it slams into this creature, which doesn't seem to actively harm it, but it does melt away part of this ice, which you realize is a shell surrounding a burning core, which almost immediately begins to regenerate.
Well, shit.
But you did
doesn't
blow a
this
massive
ignore-
chunk in it.
Fantastic. And that's my turn.
So that is your turn. That brings us now to this thing, which is going to smash through a bookshelf as one action, just head first, and is going to flail out a fist at the Ogre Air next to it, screaming the whole time. 26. That is a hit. So that is a very dead Ogre Air, completely eliminated immediately, as it's just smashed to pieces by this creature, which
Jesus.
continues to scream as it uses this final action to flail out and destroy some more bookshelves. Brings us now to this Ogre Air down here, which is going to begin by... Let me see. Okay. It is going to begin by flying over here next to you, Bastion. It is then going to open its maw and blast out this 15-foot cone, which, damn, it does not quite get Cranberry in it. So, Bastion, you're the only one who needs to make a reflex save, please.
Yeah, give me just a second. You said reflex?
Yes.
That is a 27.
27, that is a success, so you will take half damage as you take 4 points of cold and 3 points of piercing as shards of ice fly from this thing's face and into you. That is its turn. That brings us now to this one that you already harmed, which is going to start out by doing the same thing. It is going to blast out this cone of cold, which will get Cranberry in it this time.
No.
So I need reflex saves from both Cranberry and Bastion, please.
Nat 20.
That's a 17.
Hell yeah. Alright, so 17 is unfortunately a failure. Nat 20, that is a critical success. So Cranberry takes no damage. Bastion, you will take full damage, being 6 points of cold and 6 points of piercing. Okay, and it is then going to use its final action to fly over here. Brings us now to this one over here, which is going to, laughing seemingly, target this flailing, screaming creature with a blast of cold energy. It gets a nat 1.
Oof.
That was a spell, power transfer. The highest level beneficial spell effect currently affecting you is transferred to your target. That means literally nothing. So it basically just wastes its turn as it repositions to over here. That brings us now to this next one, which is going to
fly over to... Let's see, yeah, it's going to fly over to there, I think. So I think that should allow it to... Oh, yeah. Breath weapon gets both Thub and Thicket. So reflex saves from Thub and Thicket, please.
No.
Ventifar.
28.
24, 28. Both of those are successes. You will take half damage. So that is a total of 1 point of cold and 2 points of piercing to each of you.
Okay.
And that is the end of that thing's
Well,
turn.
I'm
That brings us now
fucked.
to the final one. Which is going to also emit a blast of cold at the flailing creature, which fails. Okay. Okay. Which seemingly does basically nothing. The air is then going to beat its wings and fly over to there. That brings us around to the top of round 2 with Bastion.
Although,
Hey.
if I may ask, do we
Yes.
go back to our original turn order?
No.
Okay, gotcha.
When you hold your turn, you are permanently moved.
I see. Makes sense.
I see. Okay. I... move. Oh, that's the ruler. That's not the move.
And bookshelves are difficult terrain.
Okay. I'm gonna move. There.
Okay.
Then I would like to cast Concordant Choir on 2-action Concordant Choir on our guy, flailing
Okay.
guy with the fire.
Okay. So, is that an attack roll or saving throw?
Let's read. Basic Fortitude.
Basic Fortitude. To all creatures, you said 2 action or 3 action?
2-action.
2 action. To all creatures in a 10-foot burst. So, go ahead and place that burst real quick.
How do I place a burst?
You go to the measurement tools, and then you do 10 foot. The burst is a circle. Okay. So only the creature is within that space, and it was a fortitude save, so it
Yes.
will roll. That is a 36.
Okay, so that is going to critically succeed, I think. Yes, it's going to critically succeed.
Okay.
So that does nothing.
Okay. So I believe that is your turn then.
That is my turn.
Okay. Now, something you would notice. At least I think you would notice. Let me double check if you see it. Oh, yeah, you see it. In addition to this icy shell itself, you actually see from where Thub blasted this thing, it seems that melting seems to have revealed some pieces of that urn.
That urn, you say?
Yes. That brings us now to Thicket.
Okay. That will be a 2-action act together from Thicket. Gonna start off with a haste onto Cranberry. And then with Cranberry's part of that act together, he is going to stride over to this guy right here.
Okay.
Cranberry will then take... So with the final regular action that I have, Cranberry is going to attempt to strike it with his primary attack.
Okay.
That is a 28 to hit.
That is indeed a hit.
It is 13 bludgeoning, 2 fire.
Okay. Sorry, one sec. 13 bludgeoning, 2 fire. Okay. Oh, yep. It dies.
All right, sweet. And with the final action, or rather with that haste action, that is going to be a stride from Cranberry to go over here, and that's my turn.
Okay, and that brings us to Thub.
Let me think. So, how far is this guy? Oh, I have distance markers underneath them now. That's good. Okay, so to be a little bit closer, I'm gonna jump up on this thing, on this bookshelf, and then I am going to do a 2-action elemental blast of metal on this fella right here.
Okay.
Okay. That is 29 to hit.
That is a critical hit. Go ahead and roll critical damage.
Jesus. What's the AC on these guys? Okay. Oh my god. $40.
40 points of damage.
What
Yes,
the
it's
fuck?
dead. No questions about it. It's dead.
And that's my
So
turn.
that is your turn. It brings us now to this thing, which is going to flail generally in the direction of this air, and is then going to go for a strike against it here. That is a 36 to hit. That is a critical hit. Yeah, that's 36 points of damage. That's another dead air just smashed into pieces as this thing
shit.
shrieks out in pain and stumbles towards you, Bastion. That brings us now to this air over here, who is currently next to Cranberry, which is going to fly over Cranberry.
Up. That's a move action. Reaction. Opportunity.
Go for it. Go for it.
Beat the shit. I'm gonna grab it while that's a nat 20. Oh
Holy
my god. Oh,
Okay, critical
buddy.
hit. That was, I believe, a bludgeoning attack.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep.
Backbreaker. Crit effect. Until healed, the target is clumsy to it and feeble to. I don't even know if that's going to matter. Go ahead and roll critical damage.
Yeah, Cranberry's gonna grab this thing out of the sky and fucking slam it into the ground. That's 26 bludgeoning, 4 fire.
It's gone. Instantly gone.
Yeah.
That brings us now to the final remaining Ogir Air, which sneers as it shouts out in common.
Fine, it can be your plaything then.
As it begins to fly away. And it is now no longer in play here.
Here we go.
That brings us to Bastion at the top of round 3.
Jump his
Well,
ass!
Alright then. Yeah, I would like to just take a big hefty swing at this guy.
Okay.
That should be a 25 to hit.
25. As you swing your sword, it clanks off this icy armor. That's a miss.
That is not great news. I have spells. What can my spells do in this current moment for me? Void warp him? I would like to void warp him.
You are going to void warp. Okay, that's what, a fortitude save?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 37.
Okay, that crit success, so...
Nothing happens then.
Yep.
Brings us to Ficket.
Okay, I'm going to start with a tandem movement. So, Thicket is going to move 15 to there. And then is this difficult terrain?
That is, I would call that difficult to, well, no, that's a hole in the floor, so we'll call it difficult terrain, but you feel like those planks could shatter at any time.
Okay. So Thicket will just stay right here then. And then with Cranberry's part of that tandem movement, he's going to move 5, 10, 15, or could I just go diagonally here?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what you just did.
Okay, sweet. So that's 5, 10,
So he's moved a total of 10 feet, yeah.
15, 20. And he's now flanking this guy.
Yes, he is. You continue to sense this extreme disgust from Cranberry.
Mm-hmm. And using that disgust, Thicket is going to attempt a demoralize.
Okay.
So he's going to shout out, I don't know what you are, but you've made my friend very angry. And I'd like to see what he does.
Okay.
So, as I am now a master of intimidation, that is a 21.
21 against his will DC. That is a failure.
Shit. And then, okay, so that was the act together, and then that. Oh, sorry, that was the tandem movement, and then that. So I have one regular action remaining. That will be an act together, a single action act together. So Thicket is going to now cast Boost Eidolon.
Okay.
And then with Cranberry's part of that, he is going to attempt a strike.
Okay.
That is a 24 to hit.
24, that does indeed hit.
Alright. 14 bludgeoning, 2 fire.
14 bludgeoning, 2 fire. Okay. So that would actually end up being, as the fire seems to, as the bludgeoning cracks the armor, the fire begins to melt it away.
Wait. And then
This thing now has a much larger chunk of its armor missing.
fantastic. And then remind me, what is standard multiple attack penalty? Is that -4?
-5. -4 if the
-5.
weapon is agile.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Using the hasted action, that's going to be a secondary strike.
Okay.
29. Somehow I rolled better.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
14 cold, 2 fire.
So, as Cranberry hits it with this freezing strike, the armor regenerates.
Ah, shit. And that's my turn.
So, cold seems to regenerate its armor. That brings us to Thub.
Okay, I'm going to jump over here, and then I'm going to hit it with a double action elemental blast.
Okay.
Metal.
Oh, okay.
That's a fucking nat 20.
Excellent.
Holy shit.
Crit card number 1. That is Bomber Spell. The target takes 1d8 poison damage.
Interesting. I guess he's
So
got
go
light
ahead and
poisoning.
roll critical damage then.
Critical damage. Oh, good god. Okay.
It takes 1 point of poison damage.
Oh, fuck me then. $32.
32. All right. As this metal cracks through the armor, you note that it definitely, damages it, but it doesn't seem to melt through it quite as easily as the fire did.
Mm-hmm.
That brings us now to this creature's turn, and it is going to flail all 4 of its arms at once, targeting Cranberry twice, Thub once, Bastion once. So
You
first against
anticipated
Cranberry
this.
is a 23.
23 against Cranberry does not hit.
Second against Cranberry is a 20.
Does not hit.
All right. Against Thub, that is a 16.
Nope.
And against Bastion, that is a 14.
That's not gonna hit.
All right. That is its entire turn. Top of round 4, Bastion.
Well. I guess I'm gonna try and swing a sword at it again.
Okay.
That is only a 24, so I imagine it
24?
does not do anything.
Actually, due to it being flanked, that does hit.
Oh. Forgot about flanking. That is 17 points of damage.
17 points of damage. All right, you crack through more of its armor. Its armor is almost completely destroyed at this point. You've knocked out almost 2/3 of its armor, I would say.
Okay. I'm gonna grab an acid flask off of my belt.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go ahead and try and smash that on its head.
Okay, and note that that will hit you, Thub, and Cranberry. So go ahead and roll to hit.
What is that? That's a 22.
22 unfortunately does not hit. So that'll just be splash. How much splash does that deal?
It deals 1 splash.
All right.
Cranberry, Bastion, and Thub, and the creature itself all take 1 point of acid splash damage.
That's rough.
That is the end of the end of Bastion's turn. That brings us to Thicket.
Okay, gonna start off by having Thicket stride.
Wait, I didn't catch how much damage my thing.
One.
My headphones went out again. Yeah.
1. Just 1.
So that's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to get there. Okay, perfect. So then I have 2 regular actions remaining. I am going to start. Okay. Thicket is going to do a single action act together.
Okay.
So Thicket is going to cast Guidance on Cranberry.
Okay.
And then with Cranberry's half of that, he is going to attempt to grapple.
Okay.
And that is a natural 20. Holy
Natural 20
fucking
for
shit.
grapple. All right. Let's see. I can't remember exactly what that does. On a natural 20, grab.
Critical success.
No,
Target is
grab.
restrained until the end of my next turn unless I move or the target escapes.
Okay. Cool. All right. Cranberry now has this thing in a bear hug.
Okay. So then Thicket has 1 action, and then Cranberry has his hasted action. So, with Thicket's 1 action, he is going to boost Eidolon.
Okay.
And then Cranberry is going to make that strike with multiple attack penalty.
Okay.
It's a 27 to hit.
27. That is indeed a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Is 17 bludgeoning to fire.
17 bludgeoning to fire. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it doesn't even have a third of its armor left. At this point, you can easily see that within this armor appears to be a fire elemental, which flails out just this creature completely composed of fire. That brings us to Thub.
Great. Well, I'm gonna get rid of the rest of its armor with a fire elemental blast.
Okay.
Okay, that's 28.
Okay, and this is 1 action or 2 action?
2.
All right, 28 is a hit.
Fantastic. 11 points of damage.
11 points of damage. Okay. Then that is... It still has a little bit of armor left. You have 1 action remaining.
I'm going to elemental blast it again with fire.
Okay. I will also note that the elemental within this armor appears to be quite frail. Its fire is fairly dim.
And I change my answer.
Nope, just what did you roll?
26.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Fantastic.
I love can I change my answer?
10.
10 points of damage. Okay. It still has a sliver of this icy armor left. That brings us to the creature itself, which, let's see, as it is currently
restrained. It is immobilized. It is going to just continue flailing around, flailing mostly at Cranberry. So it's going to actually target Cranberry with all 4 of these strikes. 35.
Fucking. Oh shit. Yeah, that hit. Yeah. That's a crit.
Natural 1.
That's an anti-crit.
17.
That fails.
26.
That succeeds.
Okay. So this first critical hit against Cranberry deals 36 points of bludgeoning, 2 points of fire.
Yeesh. And I forgot, does Cranberry resist fire? Yes, he does. So he only takes the bludgeoning. He resists 3 fire.
Okay. And let me roll that fumble card. That is melee. It is now fatigued. Then 17 was a miss, and then the last one was a regular hit. So Cranberry will take 16 points of bludgeoning, 7 points of fire, reduced down to 4 points of fire for a total of 20 points of damage.
Oof.
So how's Thicket feeling right now?
You know, not too bad, all things considered. Still got my stamina.
Fair enough. That brings us now to the top of round 5 with Bastion.
Okay. I am going to... Is there any way I can try and just, like, only hit the, like, armor section?
That's all you can hit, is the armor section.
Okay.
Until the
then I
armor's
will-
destroyed, you can only hit the armor.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna try and attack again. Alright, that should be a 30.
That is a hit.
And that is 16 points of damage.
16 points of damage. The armor is destroyed, and the creature itself, you shred through a portion of this fire. It is incredibly weak. You have 2 actions remaining.
Do we talk to this thing, or do we kill the fire thing?
It's still flailing as the ice begins to regenerate.
Just kill it.
Okay. I'm gonna just take another swing at it.
Okay. Oof.
That's a 12.
That's a natural 1.
Oh, is it a natural one? I misread
It
the
was.
thing.
And you also did your math wrong, because that was an 11. So,
Well, yeah, because I read it as a 2, not a 1.
fumble card. Melee. Wait, what? You are confused as you get blinded by this sudden burst of flame.
Sure.
As I should also note, it is now emitting an intense heat.
I love that for us.
So I believe you have 1 action remaining. However, as you are confused, you pick heads or tails.
Tails.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit. With your sword, please. Or a cantrip. Whatever you think Bastion would use.
That's a 21.
Does a 21 hit Thub?
A 21 will not hit Thub.
Okay. That is the end of Bastion's turn. I need you to make a fortitude save as this heat sears you.
That's a 23.
23, that is a success.
So you will take half damage. You take 6 points of fire damage.
Ow.
And why don't you go ahead and make a real quick flat check to see if that ends the confusion.
Okay. I don't know why I can't find the just regular dice thing.
Just roll one of your regular dice. It's a flat check. That module isn't working on this world for some reason.
Excellent. That's a 9.
A 9, okay, you are still confused. Thicket, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to start with a single action act together.
Okay.
So, actually, let me just give him... There we go. So, Thicket is going to stride up here as part of that. And then Cranberry is going to use his action in the act together to attempt to maintain that restraint.
Okay.
So is that another athletics check?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, until the end of your next turn. So.
Oh, until the end. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So this turn you don't have to maintain it.
Okay. I will instead make that a strike. So I'm just going to keep that roll. That was a 7 plus 16 for a total of 23 to hit.
23 does hit.
It's 15 bludgeoning, 2 fire.
Okay. Cranberry just gut punches this thing, and the fire fades away.
Ah!
This creature is now seemingly destroyed, and as it fades away, Cranberry says,
Barbaric.
you all hear that.
Sorry, what did he say?
Yeah.
Barbaric.
Please
Oh,
elaborate. You mean what we did was barbaric, or that thing was barbaric?
It speaks into your mind, Thicket.
Horrid creatures.
Aye, that they are.
Punishment by the lords.
But, now what do you mean by that?
The armor. It was not created with the armor. Its eternal pain.
It was frozen.
Cranberry
was it-
nods
Why was it frozen?
and extends one of his hands.
We have what we needed.
And in his hand is a talisman. Quite similar to the Parlay talisman that Bastion already possesses.
who are we
Though this
parlaying
one
with?
appears to be made of metal with a very fine leather cord. It seems to be made with much more craftsmanship.
And, how exactly can we use that?
We must enter.
Right, enter. Well or the mine?
The mine is of no import. The mine was not here.
See.
Cam, did you say there looked like there were fragments of the material that they had that urn
Yes.
made of?
And those shards of the urn appear to also be on the floor now.
Cool. I'd just love to gather those real quick.
Sure, they appear to be the fragments that were missing from the urn when Thicket reassembled it.
Including the secret compartment, or...
Well, it's tough to tell, but you can definitely tell that at least a few of these appear to be the lid.
Oh. Can I do a
And-
sense motive on Thicket?
Sure, what are you trying to sense?
I'm trying to sense how receptive he would be to the idea that maybe Cranberry is not a good guy.
Mhm. Quickly, Thicket, go ahead and take the information I just DM'd you, and what do you think Bastion gets out of you?
And am I answering this in character?
Yes.
So has
She's
Bastion-
looking at... Well, no, she's looking at you. So what do you think Bastion sees by looking at you and trying to figure out what she can see?
You can tell that Thicket he stares off into space a lot, and that's partly just due to him not really, ever having to focus his eyes on anything. But you can tell that when he's doing it this time, he is very deliberately trying to distract himself. There are wheels turning in his head, and you almost get the impression that the stoicism that he is showing in this moment is armor. It is covering up this dread that you feel from him.
And that leads directly into Thub. How are you feeling?
Thub is pondering.
What is Thub pondering?
Well, Thub is kind of like, okay. I don't know, dude. I'm fucking tired. He's thinking about what Gentique was talking about earlier.
Okay. All right. Bastion, how are you feeling?
Sketched out. Like, the more information we're getting about this, the less she's sure we should be doing anything that Cranberry says.
And Thicket, how are you feeling?
Basically what I just described to you.
I figured.
Getting some bad vibes.
Mm-hmm. Fair enough. And how are we all feeling as players? Besides tired.
Getting some bad vibes.
Also getting some bad vibes.
The devil is involved.
Yeah, where did you say that parlay token was first, or where Bastion's parlay token was gained from?
I got that
You
from
guys-
the doctor.
Yeah, you guys were given that by the doctor in shoot, what town was that?
It was the fishing town.
Wilco. You guys were given that by the doctor in Wilco, and it's a parlay token that he said would allow you to give that to a sabertooth, and they would let you talk and not try to kill you.
Right. Okay.
A token of friendship, if you will.
And we just
We just found a much more ornate version of that.
being held by a tortured, prisoned elemental.
That
Yes.
had the same number of arms and general countenance as your body and your chest.
Yeah. Maybe we should have tried to speak to it.
So that's the end of the session there.
It was fighting the elementals.
We want to give a special shout out to our first member on Buy Me a Coffee, Jane Meyer. Thank you so much for your support, Jane. It really means the world.